Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. Today again we're going to be working on my 1977 Ford F100. In my last video I went over some things about the intake gasket and sprayed, I cranked the truck and sprayed it carburetor cleaner around this intake port, a couple of these intake ports here, and the motor actually idled up, either telling me these intake bolts need to be retorqued because they've loosened up, or either the intake gasket is bad on the intake. But that's another video. I'm gonna try to torque them down and find the sequence. There's a sequence you got to go and a certain poundage you got to put on each bolt. But today we're going to talk about the proportioning valve. Last video I told you that my truck's not getting brake fluid into the back drums and back brake cylinders. It's getting fluid into the front cylinders or calipers, and I bled them. I've actually got front brakes, but I have no back brakes. And we're going to go over what the proportioning valve is and kind of what it does. I'm no expert on it. I know there's a lot more millions of mechanics out there that's a lot better than I am. I'm just a shade tree mechanic, I guess you could say it. But today we want to talk about that. I'm gonna crawl up under this truck and try to show you what the proportion valve is. This one has a original proportion valve in it. You can buy new ones, but I'd rather use the original ones that come off of this one. So stay tuned. I'm gonna crawl up under this truck and we're gonna take a look at that thing, and I'm gonna try to take it off and maybe take a look at it. I don't know if I'll put that in this video, but I'm gonna show you exactly where it's located and how the lines are hooked up to it and how it operates. So stay tuned. Okay guys, I'm up under the truck now. I'm gonna try to fix my camera up here where you can see exactly what I'm talking about. This is the proportioning valve. You can see I've hooked up all new lines besides the back line, and that's a whole nother ordeal. You've got to take off a couple other things to be able to get that line out of there. But every line on this thing's brand new besides, like I said, the back brake. And this proportioning valve here has two bolts, as you can see, one and then one up here. You unhook all these lines and you can remove it. Well, what I'm gonna do is, I ain't gonna do it in this video, I'm gonna take all the lines off of it and try to flush that proportion valve out. Some people say you can do it and put it back on and they'll work great. This right here is the brake light. Whenever the valve moves inside here where you ain't receiving as much fluid in one area as you are the other one, that light will come on, the valve will move, and it'll trigger that light, and the brake light will come on in your vehicle. Well, this truck anyway, but that's how Ford done it back then. So, but like I said, that's your proportioning valve, and I'm gonna try to take this thing off and look at it and make a video on trying to flush it out, so maybe it'll help somebody else try to flush it out. I'm not exactly sure how to do it. I'm gonna have to ask some of my friends, but I will be doing that on my next video. But that's your proportioning valve, and I hope it helps everybody out. It's not a lot of information, but that's your proportion valve. That's your original one that come on the 77 Ford F100. Just stay tuned, guys, and my next video I'll have this thing off and we'll look inside of it and kind of find out how it operates. But like I said, thank you for joining, and comment, like, and subscribe, and share these videos. It'll help me out in getting monetized. Like I said, I need 3,000 public view hours, and but if y'all could do that, I appreciate it. Have a good day.